Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're taking a look at 7 motorcycles that dealers are trying to get rid of as fast as possible. Number 7. Kawasaki Vulcan. The Kawasaki Vulcan S, a stylish cruiser that's beginner-friendly yet sporty, is currently being ignored by dealers all across the US. Why? Because it's piling up in showrooms like leftover Thanksgiving dinner. Originally priced around $7,000, many dealers are now slashing prices, offering bonuses, and practically begging customers to take one home. Some have even cut over $1,000 just to free up floor space. The problem is that riders shopping in this price range usually want a cruiser with more personality. The Vulcan S, powered by its 649cc parallel twin, is a solid bike, but it lacks that deep, rumbling V-twin sound cruiser fans love. It rides more like a sporty commuter than a laid-back highway cruiser, leaving it stuck in an awkward middle ground. On top of that, buyers in this category are starting to look toward used Harleys or larger metric cruisers that offer more for the money. Another factor, the market's shifting. New riders are either going for cheaper entry-level bikes or skipping ahead to more powerful models. The Vulcan S, caught right in the middle, simply doesn't fit. With Kawasaki focusing on newer models and dealers needing space, the Vulcan S is being phased out like an old cell phone plan. So if you've been thinking about getting one, now's the time. Dealers are desperate, discounts are popping up everywhere, and you could score a real bargain. Wait too long, though, and it might quietly disappear from Kawasaki's lineup. Either way, the Vulcan S is riding into the sunset, just not quite the way Kawasaki had imagined. Number 6. Harley-Davidson Nightster. The Harley-Davidson Nightster, a modern reinterpretation of the classic Sportster, is being dropped by dealers faster than a bad trade-in. With a starting price of about $13,000, it was supposed to usher in a new era for Harley. Instead, it's gathering dust in showrooms while dealers are forced to pile on discounts, offer crazy incentives, and even throw in free merch just to move units. Some are cutting prices by $2,000 or more, a steal on 2 wheels, if anyone's actually interested. So what went wrong? The 975cc liquid-cooled Revolution Max engine is technically impressive, but not what die-hard Harley fans expected. It lacks the signature Harley rumble, making the Nightster feel more like a souped-up standard bike than a true cruiser. And when buyers see the $13,000 plus price tag, many turn to used Softails, with more power, classic Harley soul, and simply more bike for the money. The Nightster just doesn't have that must-have appeal. Add to that a changing market. Longtime Sportster fans are aging out or moving on, while younger riders aren't rushing in to replace them. The Nightster is stuck between two worlds. Traditionalists don't want it, and newcomers don't need it. Dealers have figured that out and just want them gone. So if you've even thought about picking one up, now's the time. With increasing discounts and dealers desperate for space, you might land a deal that suddenly makes the MSRP look pretty reasonable. Number 5. BMW K1600B. The BMW K1600B, a luxurious, high-tech bagger with a silky smooth 6-cylinder, is being offloaded by dealers across the country. Why? Because it's sitting in showrooms like an overpriced sofa nobody wants to finance. Originally priced around $22,000, dealers are now desperate to unload them with steep discounts to make room for better-selling models. The biggest obstacle is the price. Even with BM's premium reputation, not many want to spend nearly $25,000 after taxes and fees on a bagger that doesn't say Harley or Indian on the tank. In this price range, most expect a roaring V-twin powerhouse, not a futuristic German spaceship with a sport bike heart. Sure, the 1600B is smooth and powerful, but the American bagger crowd prefers bikes that look and sound a little more rebellious. Another issue is its identity. Riders seeking premium touring comfort usually go for fully fared tourers, while bagger fans want more classic styling. The 1600B sits awkwardly between both, too technical for traditionalists, too heavy for sport touring fans. And since BMW constantly updates its lineup, dealers need to clear these out before they turn into showroom fossils. Right now, discounts between $3,000 and $5,000 are showing up everywhere. So if you've ever wanted a spaceship on 2 wheels at a bargain price, now's the time. Number 4. Indian Scout 60. The Indian Scout 60, a cruiser with timeless design and a 999cc V-twin, was meant to be the affordable gateway into the Indian brand. Instead, it's being swept out of showrooms like last year's fashion. Dealers are dropping prices by thousands, offering incentives, and practically pleading with customers to buy one. Some deals include over $2,000 off, plus bonus perks on top. Why the clearance? Simple. The Scout 60 is stuck in an awkward spot. With an original price of about $11,000, it's not exactly cheap for beginners, but it also doesn't deliver the power or prestige of its bigger sisters. For a bit more money, you can get the regular Scout, more horsepower, better resale value. Meanwhile, budget-minded riders turn to cheaper options from Honda or Kawasaki. The Scout 60 sits right in the middle, and in the motorcycle world, that's never a good place to be. Dealers don't want outdated stock hanging around, especially with new models coming in. Plus, the used market is booming, meaning lightly used Scout 60s can be had for less than new. So if you've had your eye on one, now's the perfect time. Dealers are practically waving them out with clearance sales. Wait too long, and it might quietly vanish from Indian's lineup, without a farewell party. Number 3. Harley-Davidson Pan America. Harley-Davidson tried to break into the adventure segment with the Pan America, but now dealers are rushing to unload them. Why? Because convincing loyal Harley riders to trade in their cruisers for adventure bikes is nearly impossible, like trying to sell flip-flops in a snowstorm. Prices aren't just dropping, they're being slashed. Some Pan America models that once cost over $20,000 are now $3,000 to $4,000 cheaper. Harley's even throwing in free warranties or gear just to move them. The issue: at that price point, buyers expect proven machines. On paper, the Pan America looked great, but early issues, stalling, TFT display glitches, and electronic bugs, made buyers hesitant. And the design? Well, adventure bikes are rarely beauties, but the Pan Am split opinions. Some love it, others say it looks like a cross between a robot head and a toolbox on wheels. Combined with strong competition and Harley's image problem outside the cruiser segment, the bike just never found its audience. So, if you've ever dreamed of owning a Harley adventure bike, this is your golden moment. Dealers are practically tossing you the keys, but if sales don't pick up soon, the Pan America might really ride off into the sunset, literally. Number 2. Suzuki Boulevard M109R. The Suzuki Boulevard M109R is a true beast. Big, heavy, and powered by a 1783cc V-twin that tears up the pavement. But despite all that muscle, dealers are dropping it like an old trend. Why? Because buyers just aren't biting, and the bikes are gathering dust in showrooms. Priced around $15,000, dealers are now heavily discounting them, offering rebates and even zero-interest financing. To move them out, some are selling new models at what used to be used bike prices. The main issue: the M109R is simply too much motorcycle, literally. Weighing nearly 800 pounds, it's a heavyweight that demands respect. But today's riders prefer lighter, easier-to-handle cruisers with modern tech. The M109R still has an analog dash and no rider aids, while competitors offer TFT displays, traction control, and ride modes. That makes the Suzuki feel dated, and its resale value weak. Buyers know these bikes don't hold their value well, and with heavy discounts, that'll likely get worse. The good news: if you've ever wanted one, now's your chance. Dealers are practically handing you the keys, but don't wait too long. At the rate they're clearing them out, the Boulevard M109R could soon disappear from showrooms, and maybe even from the roads. Number 1. Harley-Davidson Street 750. The Harley-Davidson Street 750 was meant to be an affordable gateway into the brand, a slim, accessible cruiser for beginners. Instead, it's now gathering dust in dealerships as sellers scramble to move them. Originally priced around $7,000, many dealers have already cut $1,500 or more. Discounts, financing deals, and, please just take it, vibes everywhere. What went wrong? For many, the Street 750 never felt like a real Harley. It wore the badge, but its liquid-cooled 749cc V-twin didn't deliver that signature Harley rumble. The build quality also didn't quite feel premium. When you spend that kind of money, you want a bike that turns heads, not one that makes people ask, "That's a Harley?" The competition didn't help either. In this range, beginners often choose cheaper, better-equipped alternatives or stretch for a used Sportster or Softail. The Street 750 was stuck in the middle, too pricey for beginners who could buy a Rebel 500 for thousands less, and too weak for die-hard Harley fans. To make matters worse, Harley has already discontinued it, leaving dealers with leftover stock they're desperate to move. If you've ever wanted one, this is your last chance at a real bargain. Just don't expect miracles in resale value. And that wraps up today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our upcoming content.